Monty told me to go watch Thriller, the Michael Jackson shit.
Man, that shit was so. I thought it was about to be something revolutionary and groundbreaking. We're gonna talk about that.
I heard that shit was fire.
No, we ain't. We about to talk about it now. So I cut on.
Your mic's still hot over here.
So
if you
I
want to
cut
come
on.
defend yourself.
Yeah, come on, talk about Thriller. So I cut on Thriller.
That shit was boring.
I cut on Thriller, watched the whole thing because I loved it. Michael Jackson.
They did doc. I was Showtime, I believe.
It's Thriller 40.
Yeah.
Okay. Thriller 40. All right. 40 years since Thriller, blah, blah, blah.
Monty
blah.
hit the Instagram and the Twitter and the group chat. Yo, if the podcast guys don't see this fucking show,
because he on Michael Jackson. Because he on Michael Jackson.
And I apologize.
That shit was all right.
And I apologize for saying that.
That shit was all right.
It was trash?
It was whack.
It was whack. It was all right. It wasn't trash.
No. It was whack.
Okay.
Oh, you wasn't expecting that?
All right, well, y'all do y'all review now. I was doing just.
That was whack. If you're a Michael fan,
if you've never watched any Thriller doc, maybe it would be good.
Yeah, but they didn't give us anything new.
Oh, y'all bugging.
Outside of some footage with him and Paul McCartney.
These niggas could not be more wrong about whatever they're saying.
Oh, now you bugging.
That shit was boring.
Couldn't be more wrong.
I learned nothing new about Thriller.
What did you learn? What was so entertaining about it?
They didn't have Quincy in it.
You wasn't gonna get Quincy. Quincy granddaughters have him tied up in a basement with black thick duct tape over his mouth. Quincy will never say another word anywhere.
Oh no, it's a shame. Best interviews ever.
I didn't know that Michael Jackson wrote some of those songs that he wrote. Number one.
I've been saying that.
Who cares? Who cares? You've been on. All right. You niggas, why don't y'all put y'all dicks on the table and get the measuring stuff? Who cares what y'all said?
All right, go ahead.
Take it away.
These niggas.
That was pause.
I didn't know that Thriller was the 10th single off of that album, and that the label was finished promoting that album. The album was already 3-4 times platinum.
I will say the John Landis interviews were
good.
Interesting. That was the only part that to me was new.
I didn't know that Thriller cost $1.5 million to make at a time where videos were $50,000. I did not know that Mike was wherever he was when he saw the Werewolf in London shit, and then called the director to come over there. I didn't know that was Mike's thinking to always be seen next to the white, like when he won the award for greatest album. Yeah, when he had Jane Fonda come. I didn't know that was his brain, his thinking. I didn't know how he shitted on Paul McCartney really at the end of that record. They taught me having the people that were involved in that project be there to tell some of the stories was some of the greatest shit ever. I think I damn near dropped a tear at some point, but that's not what I'm coming in here to talk about. I'm coming in here to do a new segment called How Much Do You Love Your Family?
Okay.
I can see where this ties in.
Because I also didn't know this.
That part was...
There you go.
Listen, I had a blast watching that shit. I told my girl to watch it. It was great.
I'm about to watch it.
How much do you love your family? So I was only 4 in 84. Like, I was only 3 in 83. You get where I'm going here. So I did not know that Michael Jackson is trying to get far the fuck away from these stink-ass brothers in 77, 78. You niggas move. Y'all stink.
Drops off the wall.
Mike goes to make Off the Wall, which he thinks is the greatest R&B fusion of dance, and just, he thought that was the greatest thing ever. I didn't know that he went to the 79 Grammys or 80 Grammys thinking that he was about to be Adele. I didn't know that. So he went there off the wall like he was that nigga and was nominated once. Get out of here. They didn't give a fuck about him, which made him mad. I didn't know this. And he got mad, and then he went and made Thriller, which Thriller starts going crazy. I didn't know that the Paul McCartney record was the first single. I was young. There was a lot about that I didn't know. I didn't know that Beat It was a lot I didn't know that he did. And then the label was finished with that. And then he drops Thriller. The video's amazing. I didn't know that the owner of the label, when MTV was being racist,
Paul Wetnikoff, yeah,
said, I'm pulling everything and you'll just be finished if you continue to just do this racist rock and roll shit. I didn't know he put his nuts on the line like that. That was dope. So long story less long, Thriller comes out, he makes the label, they find the money to go do Thriller, they do all this shit. Thriller's the highest selling album of all time. Cool. Mike is super excited to go perform Thriller. They're setting up a tour for Thriller. I didn't know about the E.T. shit that happened right before Thriller, just like me with Fast and the Furious. E.T., the soundtrack came out.
He gets sued by his label, and
I didn't know that.
he ends up making a deal. If you want me to continue to do business, I want my masters.
But my segment of how much do you love your family stems from Thriller becomes the highest selling album of all time. Mike wants to go on tour and do a Thriller tour. Insert Joe Jackson. Joe Jackson says, no, we're doing a victory tour. You bringing your brothers out, and y'all gonna go do what y'all doing.
Hold on, before you skip that. Not we're just gonna go do a victory tour. You're also gonna go run back right into the studio and cut an album so that we have new material for this victory tour.
Oh yeah, that's crazy. And whatever sponsors y'all was trying to have with whoever y'all was trying to get to sponsor this,
Quaker Oats.
no, we doing Pepsi. I didn't know that Mike told Pepsi, yo, you can only use 3 seconds of me, and I'm never holding a Pepsi can because I hate this shit. I don't want to do this at all.
He's a Coke guy.
I didn't know all that. But then they showed the tour footage of the victory tour. Jackson, them Jackson boys, they look like they shouldn't have been up there with Michael Jackson no more. But the tour was a success.
Major success.
Highest selling album ever, and never had a tour for it. So I wanted to come ask y'all, if you're Michael Jackson, how much do you love your family?
He displayed it.
Fuck no, you nigga. I'm not talking about him. Rest in peace, Mike. I'm talking about y'all. Would y'all have done that?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Not a chance.
They
in
can
hell.
come open up.
Not
No,
a
you still
chance.
I'm
you
a backup
can't-
man.
You can't open up.
They can't.
can't open up.
They can't sniff this
No.
shit.
No, you can't open up.
And not even because of them. The father is the main reason why you can't do it. He had a reign over that family that was still that tight that even at Mike's peak, he still had to bow down and say, all right, I'm gonna do this tour and I'm gonna let you bring in fucking a boxing promoter to promote this shit.
Yeah, Don King. They was doing that.
And even
they
with that
moving
tour, there was a lot
wacky.
of bullshit. The only reason why I said it was whack, and not to skip over what you're saying, the only reason why I said it wasn't good is because most of everything you're saying, the casual Michael fan knows all of that already. So when you're anticipating a Thriller 40th doc, you're expecting to hear new shit. Almost everything you said, a Mike fan is like, oh, nigga, you ain't know that?
I think there's mad shit in there in the breakdown of the making of the album that a lot of people may not know.
That's true. A lot of people probably
That's
don't.
what I was saying.
But it's
Y'all-
I'm not even. I'm not as much of a
maybe,
fan
yes.
of Mike as he is, but I'm a fan of music. So I've seen a lot of these interviews of people replaying the shit on the synthesizer and all that type of stuff. That shit's been around
I didn't know a lot
for
of
a
these
little bit
things.
of
I'm
time.
gonna watch it.
Also, yeah, because there's Michael Jackson fans that are like 30 and under, so they're just not going to know
Yeah,
this
if you ask
information.
me my personal opinion,
Yeah.
100% for me, it was boring. Would I tell someone else not to watch it? No, please go watch it because I need people like, we have the funny back and forth about the mic and the print, but people really have no clue the shit that Mike was doing. Fuck just as an entertainer, the business shit he was putting in
Business
play.
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. The business
Yeah,
shit.
no, Mike-
he was the
People
first nigga to really leverage who the fuck I am out here,
Yo.
and y'all gonna pay me.
MTV says, I'm not playing your shit. I get my whole label to back me on getting my shit played.
and
And
we taking
instead of me
everything.
harboring hate, I'm going to come back to MTV and get 1.5 million out of it to create making a Thriller shit. Like he still had that sense of, all right, just because I don't like how y'all treated me, I'm still going to do business with you and get the most
But
out
I'm
of
making
it
pay
towards
me.
the
I'm making
And
pay me.
in closing, because I don't want to drag Mike, may he rest in peace. I didn't know that classic Motown performance, they really spoke to how the crowd looked that you couldn't see. They said whatever pictures or video you see with the classic
Moonwalk
moonwalk,
with the glove.
that building was a million times more electric than that, with his peers just kind of crowning him as the dog. What did I just even?
I
witness?
remember that.
Yeah.
They had the real dance choreography people breaking down
Yeah,
all of Mike's
shit he invented.
Yeah, and just the timekeeper shit that that shit was ill. It was ill for me. I loved it. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. This is not an ad. It was just really good to watch while Amani was flirting on Insta Live with these girls. I watched it, went back to Instagram. This nigga still on there with the girl and Lord Finesse.
New Joe Budden.